Okay, everybody. So R. Kelly was sentenced to 30 years in prison. And I don't have to say what the charges were. I can't say that because I don't want to get my mouth in trouble and I don't know what these folks gonna do to me. If I say certain words, because certain key words triggers the algorithm, and next thing you know, your boy gonna be out of here. So I'm not gonna say it. Y'all already know what it's about. I'm gonna say this right here, and I had to really think about it. Okay? I've asked questions from all angles. Like, okay, if you see white people out here, they understand a code of conduct when it comes to their group. Even though they know what happens in-house, they are taught from knee high that when they walk out that house, even though there are problems within our community, within our group, you do not run your mouth and you keep your lips shut, wired shut. Black people are the only group of people that when we see something online, newspapers, ESPN, blogs, Instagram, social media, we run our mouths and we bury those people who are within our group and we fall for the okie doke. Now, y'all probably asking me where I'm going with this. I've tried every angle. Like, hey, do you feel like R. Kelly was at least lied on a couple times? Most people would say, yeah. I go into it and I say, all right, the women that he was with in the last times, they were grown. Okay, but that doesn't exclude anything because you kept your hand in the cookie jar and your hand was dirty and that cookie jar was dirty. I could go into the whole thing when I can say, hey, nobody cared about this until the documentary came out. How is it such a coincidence now that you want to lock a man up now that the documentary has came out? Then y'all want to lock him up and try something. Excuse me. I tried that angle. And the whole matter, and I can even go as far as the Mann Act. The Mann Act was created back in 1910, I believe. I might be wrong. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. And it was used against legendary boxer Jack Johnson. It was used against Chuck Berry, a few others. And they let it go. They beat it down for like 30, 40 years, and they brought it back in 2008. And then they tried in 2010, and then they brought it back around R. Kelly, and then they sentenced a white woman who got 20 years for being involved in the act. So, what does that lead me to? And also, I could go one more other place with this. A black man never lead a business clean. Yeah, Eddie Griffin said it best, and we all know that. You know what I'm saying? It seems like when you look at all these other guys outside of our group, they get away with highway murder. But then when you got the black guys sitting up there, they're taking all the bullets for the dirty things that those other guys and those groups do. And they put all the attention on us because this is the US of A. It just is what it is. That's the code of conduct. That's how they go about doing things. They protect their own. They protect their own way better than we protect ourselves. And this is why we have to focus on our tribe and focus on raising our village in a way where we are doing all we can so that they won't run into this type of stuff when they get older. Because we can only control our tribe. And even then, you can't really control them when they get outside that house. This is something that we should all take very seriously and stop shaming R. Kelly, because it could very well be going down in your household and you could very well have a monster being raised before your very eyes because of the things that you're not giving them or the things that you're not paying attention to. And this is all that the culture needed. This is all we need as a group of people. To pay attention to things like this and understand that, hey, if you really want to make a difference, see, I'm all about solutions, right? So what's the solution to this? Focus on your tribe. And although there might be, and we all know, it's proven that the system is very rigged and flawed. So how do we change that? let's say R. Kelly was lied on, which he was, but that doesn't take away from the fact that he did wrong. Keep your hand out the cookie jar, and you most likely won't have much to worry about. Even if you don't have your hand in the cookie jar, you'll have a better chance at life if you just keep your hands clean. And he didn't keep his hands clean. That's the thing. I love R. Kelly's music. I can't say I love him as a person. I love his music. He's definitely the king of R&B. He will remain the king of R&B, and people know what time it is. It's just crazy because when you got somebody with that much talent, that much gift, it's not talent, that much gift, it's pretty much thrown away. Pretty much thrown away, and his history is not erased, but his impact is not erased, but they can definitely rig the history. They can do that. And that's what's so unfortunate, because you broke all those records, you did all these different tours, you got all these awards, you got all this accomplishment just to be the #1 guy and fall all the way down below and beneath our feet, under our feet. And now the whole world has turned their back on you because of what you've done, and everything is caught up. Yeah. He ain't getting out. I'll tell you that right now. He ain't getting out. At first I was thinking maybe he'll get 10 years and he'll get some type of parole to get out. Oh no, it's over. He done already got tried in one state and he still got many others. And they gonna ban him for that too. He might beat one of them, might beat one. But they gonna ban him for that too, bro. This is why we need more of us in the judicial system, changing the laws and being the front runner of change. Because although we may scream out injustice and how somebody was played, wrong is wrong, but if you really want to make a difference, how about you get your behind out there on the front line and change it yourself? How about you go out there and educate your children, your nephews, your cousins, your brothers, your uncles, your auntie, whoever, and elevate them and encourage them to a place where, or to a point where they are in position to make the change that the flawed system is upholding. And a lot of us aren't doing that. We're worried about Gucci, Louis, going to the club, getting drunk, getting high, all this other stuff, but we're not looking at the big picture. And the big picture is, yes, we are flawed as a group. We have a lot of things that we need to correct and work on. But these things can be corrected if we work on our tribe. So while we're online having all these debates and talking about what's wrong with the community, the solution is work on you and the folks around you who you consider your circle. That's the best thing you can do. Other than that, it's gonna just be arguing city. Argucity.com. And that's all you're gonna see. And it's gonna be very frustrating to see when everything unfolds. And this is what we're seeing now. A bunch of toxic people out here giving their opinion, doing a bunch of crazy stuff out there. And we're just sitting back watching the show all unfold. So, it's very unfortunate what happened to old boy, but at the same time, man, this is the feds that he dealing with. And we can't act like this man ain't do nothing wrong. He did. So, as much as I love R. Kelly's music, as much as I do, and I'm still gonna jam his music, I don't care. He already in jail, bro, might as well jam the music, shoot. What else is there to do? He's still the king of R&B. It is what it is. He's still the king. Still the king. And to be honest, had he been clean, it would have been an R. Kelly and Usher versus. But you can't do that no more. Now, they're worried about the Usher and Chris Brown versus, or Chris Brown and Trey Songz. Just saying. So, he's still the king of R&B. I don't care what none of y'all say. That is a fact, not an opinion. I don't want to hear y'all saying Bobby Brown. I don't want to hear y'all saying Michael Jackson, because Michael Jackson ain't R&B. I don't want to hear y'all say Usher. Usher was not on R. Kelly's level when it came to creating hits, written hits. Man wrote a song for Michael Jackson, You Are Not Alone. He done did many others. He is R&B. His brand is R&B. Robert Kelly is behind R. Kelly, but R. Kelly is R&B. You can't take that away from him. So he definitely done live this life. He lived a great life. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he get out in 10 years though. I ain't gonna lie. I still think he got one more concert left in him. Even though I said that he ain't getting out. Realistically, he shouldn't get out. If you look at the list of things that he got on his plate. But there's a little soft voice on the inside of me saying, hey, Kel's finna get out, bro. And he gonna live to have one more concert, at least one. Somebody, you know, there are other people saying, yeah, he gonna have a concert, all right? He gonna have a concert on Cell Block 4. Keep your hands clean. You ain't gotta keep your hands clean. You ain't gotta worry about nothing. Of course, we're human. We can't do everything right, but you gotta walk on a clean path, man. You can't be out here wilding like that, bro, and think that things ain't gonna come back. Especially when you feel like that you're on top of the world or you're above the law, above the rules. Nah, bro, it's over. You know, that's when God really gets your behind. That's when the devil really do his work and attack on you too, because the devil bless you just like how God bless you. The devil give you everything that you want. Everything that you want. Just to see you, you know, uphold his standards. So a lot of times when people say, oh, thank God for this and that, it's really the enemy blessing you. Because the enemy's trying to sneak in to attack. And while you thanking God, you really don't know who really gave it to you. Somebody who don't even like you, who don't even care for you. So I ain't trying to go long-winded with this thing, man. It is what it is. It is what it is, man. What are y'all thoughts about this right here?